I'm Wanda Delbert Tom. I'm from Jinja district, and the sub-county is Mafuvira sub-county. The parish is Buwekula parish. Yes, and I'm the chairperson of Buwekula Parish Youth Agripreneur Champions. I had some capital, little money, but again, I never had that time to implement because of the problem was the job, the profession I had in agriculture was I thought I was looking for the job everywhere because I wanted to get the job and then I start working. But when time came, when I joined the Good Leisure, I saw everything. It never needed a lot of money, but again you could get the profits. So I started also when we went to Good Leisure Farm. We studied. I was a transporter. So, but by the time when we had free time, I could go to Poultry, piggery. I visit them, and I see what they were doing. Because me too, I had some knowledge, but implementing was a problem to me. So, when they taught us how to business model, how to do the business, calculate how the profits and the money you put in, starting capital. So I started, and then when I came back, I started implementing. The Good Leisure program, I learned it when our district agent came. She's Madam Morona Ngovi. She came, she visited, she was looking for youth to take her to Good Leisure Farm. Then she came, she was passing by, and then she saw this farm when she came here. Then she got my father, that is Mr. Mkota Wanda Moses. She talked with him, and then he called me. Then she told me about Good Leisure Farm, and then because I accepted, we signed even the memorandum with her, the contract with her, and then after then we had to go to Good Leisure. I joined in 2021, and it was in March. The program was 3 weeks for us, the transporters, so I had to go, and then we completed it. I started implementing because we were there for 3 weeks, but during the thing, because it was COVID, it was the COVID time there. So when we came back in June, I had to, because now I never had money to buy a Bajaj, I never had money to buy tukutuku. So I just said to myself that why is it that some people are there, they were poultry, and for me I did agriculture. Why can't I just use that knowledge to implement? So I started with poultry. I told my father. Then we began with poultry. After poultry, then I got also some money. Then I began also the piggery section. I don't have an occupation right now. I'm a farmer by profession, but I'm self-employed, working for myself. What I produce is, right now, I'm looking for parent stock, but what I do, in case of layers, we are just producing eggs. But every day, it is 5 trays of eggs. That's every day. Then during the poultry, on the something of the poultry, we have broilers. Also broilers, for them broilers, every day I get 2 trays of eggs every day. So I get those eggs. 1 tray I sell it to customers. Then another eggs I take it for the incubation to incubate. Then I get other chicks. So that money I sell is the money I use to pay for hatching the eggs. The gestation period of the pigs, it is 3 weeks. 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So that is approximately to 4 months. So I have 3 female pigs. So they gave birth. One In February it gave birth to 8 piglets. Then in March also another one gave birth to 9 piglets. So the another one I'm expecting to give birth in May on 15th. That's when I'm expecting it to give birth. But when I got these piglets, I sold off some piglets at a cost of 100,000 each piglet. So I got that money. I bought feeds for them. I stocked it, and also I used some money in other things. My starting capital in poultry, by that time I had 200,000. I first gave it to my father, so he added on it 500,000, so it became 700. So because already the poultry house was there, it was not a poultry house, but it was a store for other things. So we cleaned it. When I cleaned it, then he gave me we went and bought layers. We stocked. Then he also got a loan in Centenary Bank. We purchased 2 cages. So when we purchased 2 cages at 800,000, because it was on your colossus ground, they were putting Omoleso in colossus ground. That's where we got the cages from. Because they was a discount. When we went to the factory where they make the cages, those people, they told us it is 1.2. So we never had that money by that time. So when Omoleso came, it was in Kololo. We went with him. We purchased those cages, 800. That is 1.6. 800 plus 800, that is 1.6. So we got 2 cages. We came and then we started to stocking our hens. The 200,000, first I got it from my own business. I'm having a business called Excellent Salt Blocks, which is giving me some money. I sell it to those salt blocks are good for animals, cows, goats, and pigs. So I make them myself. Then I sell them to farmers. So and each salt block is 10,000. So that's when I sold off. I had that money. I wage myself every season, because like during the piglets, when it is seasonal, when I release piglets, I pay myself 100,000. In poultry, I pay monthly. That is 70,000. My business is vision. I'm looking forward to add more cages and hens. I want to make it to 10,000 first. That's my target, and by 2024 in January, I see myself having 10,000 hens with 5 cages. Because this year in June, July, I'm going to add some 2 cages. I'm having 200 bats, layers. I'm having 100 crailers, and then I'm having 17 pigs. I have had some achievements as me, because they have kept me moving. Like when I get money, I also bring food to the table. I know I don't leave it only my parents. I also bring food on the table. And 2, clothing, everything I buy for myself. And also we are beginning another project in the village. So that's the money I'm putting there in the village to dig, because we have some land there. So we had to purchase maize. It was 20 kilograms of maize and 30 kgs of soya. And then my mother is done managing them in the village now. The challenges right now is the money I'm using to take for the incubator, because every egg they tell me it is 300 shillings every egg. So if I take one tray, that is 9,000 shillings already gone. So what if, so I don't have that. I want an incubator, but I haven't got that money to buy an incubator for myself, so that I fully equip my things, that I get eggs and then hatch for myself. That's that money which is going there, because even sometimes when you reach there, let me say you have, because one time I took like 5 trays of eggs, I only got 40 chicks, and of which 5 trays, every tray has 30 eggs. So they gave me 40 chicks, even not than 2. So they were like, other eggs got damaged, they never hatched. But they have, because when I researched about it, they sell off some chicks. If you come with many trays, they sell off some chicks and then they give you small chicks. So right now I can't stop them from doing that, but that is what I'm losing. I'm losing a lot of eggs and money. Then I'm getting just some small things I'm not going to get. I plan to market my business by advertising, even registering my business. I haven't fully registered it. I'm still in hiding. I haven't legally registered it. They don't know, the government doesn't know about it. And then also I put signposts and then advertise on radio so that I get more clients. The message I can give to Gudie Leisure Farm is I'm very happy, because like me to be among the youth of Gudie Leisure Farm, the yaks, the champions of Gudie Leisure Farm, I'm proud of it, because at least when I came back, I registered my parish, and then I made a group, I registered it, and after I've got more youth, I've trained some youth, so even more homesteads are planting vegetables, are practicing rabbitry, poultry. So yes, at least what I have achieved there, I've implemented, and they're also learning.